Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first day of the new Twister Season Hall Tournament sequence stuff. Today I am streaming the Ascent Tournament for you, day 1. Things are working a tiny little bit much different this year than they have done last couple of years actually. Because now we have to play Ascent Tournaments to get to the professionals, and the professionals are all squeezed together in a very short time. The Ascent Tournaments are keeping everybody busy 4 nights of the week, and this has actually made it quite difficult for us streamers, because aside from the players itself, we have to make extra time as well. And though I don't mind doing it, I would love it so much if we could just have it a bit more evened out. I mean, you can't really expect people to play or stream this much, in my opinion. But okay, I'm going to give you the game sounds. I'm going to take away the preview. Welcome to the garage of my press account. This is not my main account. I don't have that much gold. I have barely any credits on my press account, funnily enough. But everything else I have in spades and more. Yeah, like I said, I will be streaming the Ascent Tournament for you today, but the whole thing is that we won't be getting a room invite in 2 minutes as I usually should have, because RTK is actually playing at past. And that has everything to do with the groups that we've had and the fact that the groups are... Well, there's not that many registrations for the EU server, but it was quite significantly more than for the Asia server. So I will be showing you some replays while we wait for the room invite to pop up in like half an hour. But for now, I am waiting for YouTube to catch up with the fact that I am in fact streaming, which will make it a lot easier for me to just focus on other things. Yeah, like I said, I'll take you to... This is not the tournament thing. This is the tournament thing. Currently, we have the Twister Ascent Tournament. There's 57 registered teams. These are the groups that we have. Clans to definitely watch for are, of course, EG in this group. Loka is an old Clan Wars clan. Souls we recognize from the last spring season. They have the cutest logo. And they are in a group together with a Raid, which you all know was the Twister Cup champion last year. We have RTK, which is the team that I'll be following. Lots of clans that we know. Imor, of course, big favorite as well. First, definitely looking out for that as well. FBI, ups and downs, but will be fun to watch too. And here we have another Kraken team. And Karna. Karna and AG are sort of like Idols and RTK and other previous Clan Wars clans mixed up. So they're definitely a team to watch out for. Another Imor team, Win, Hapkey. Overall, some very familiar names, some not so familiar names, but as per usual, I will be following this team. But because they don't have a first match, that means that we have to wait a little bit before we actually get to have some tournament gameplay from them. I am waiting for YouTube to catch up. There we go. That's also why I always have a little bit of silence in the beginning of my streams, mainly because I want to make sure that I don't suddenly hear myself start talking or whatever, because that's very annoying to me. I don't get why you're listening to me either, so yeah. Waiting for YouTube to catch up now so that I can officially launch the stream, and then we will be live and I will be able to focus on showing you some replays after we talk about the whole setup of the tournament. I haven't really made it a secret of the fact that I don't really approve of these changes. I think the old format was tons better than what we have now. I'm very curious to see what it is that Wargaming actually wants to accomplish with this. It is a little bit frustrating right now to communicate with them. They are doing their best. I really appreciate all the time and effort they put in it and the patience that they have with me and other people that keep nagging them about this whole new format and everything. But yeah, I really hope that we go back to the old format soon. But yeah, this is the team that I will be following. They named themselves Ready to Kill, which is also what RTK stands for. And the first match that we have, we don't know the opponent because it is later in the stages. But we will be fighting on Desert Sands, and Castilla. So it is a best of 3. We have... Basically what happens now is that on... I'm going to show you that here. We have one Twister Ascent today. We have another Twister Ascent tomorrow. And then on Thursday and Saturday, but those are not listed yet, you get the second stage basically, and the tickets that you can win today or tomorrow, you have to use in order to be able to participate in those. So it's a little bit complicated, but the thing is that here in EU we at least have, what did I say, like 4 groups? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 groups of relatively a lot of clans. But that's because we have 57 registered teams. In Asia, I think we had like, what was it, 12 or 13 registered teams or something. That's basically just one big group. But that means that there's this weird notion that depending on who wins today and tomorrow, it could potentially be possible that a team that has not really played any of the later tournaments might be able to go through to the professionals tournament later, based on the amounts of cups, because you do get cups for this thing as well. So yeah, we will just have to see. For now, I have like 25 minutes left before I actually have to be ready for the tournament room, so I'm going to show you some replays. I have some nice RTK replays for you, but I'm going to start with a game that I had yesterday, and it was one of the funniest games that I've had. I had some ping issues and I ended up in places that I really didn't want to go, but the replay that I have is of my teammate, who was just basically very, very epic. It is also him driving the tank that you see in my garage right now. And it's just, yeah, it's a great game. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to hope you enjoy it. At least I would if my browser would cooperate with me. Thing is that I recently deinstalled the whole, whatchamacallit, what's it called? Steam, that's the word I was looking for. The Steam thing of Blitz, because it wasn't really working for me. But because of that, it now doesn't really recognize that I want to play replays with the other Blitz. So I'm going to try. I want to open with, and there you go. So yeah, I used the snowman here, mainly because of the fact that I'm craving winter. It's way too warm here. I want some cooling down. Meanwhile, take note of the 268. We've met him a few times yesterday, and he was salty as F every single game. Even though the first game that we were on Castilla, and we were driving around literally the whole map, and he was just cussing at us. See, this is what he does. He was cussing at us when he died, calling us campers, while he stayed in spawn to camp. And we literally drove around the whole map and carried his ass. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. Blue still says it well. And at this point, this was like the 4th or 5th time that we met him. And it was just funny. And this tank, I love and hate this tank both. It's just so funny. Not OP at all. People keep saying that it's not OP. Or at least Wargaming keeps saying that it's not OP. Meanwhile, it's basically eating up a tank, and it took barely any damage in turn. A lot of people are looking at it, wanting to shoot it, but not really getting a clear shot, especially with the way that he's peeking out, which is something that I really love. In the meantime, I've relocated to the corner of the map, and that has everything to do with the fact that my ping spike played up, and I had a choice to either just like massively YOLO into the corner or YOLO altogether and die. So I felt like the corner would be the best way to go. But you see that tanks are skipping a little bit and everything. So here we go with the first few bounces. I'm shooting. I'm somehow, at the moment, still alive. It's not going to last long, mind you. There you go. And I leave him behind. So he takes a hit here, but he has a nice corpse in front of him, and that definitely helps with stuff. And now we have a one-shot that decides to just YOLO, which is a massive help. Because, well, if you YOLO, it's just very nice to whoever you YOLO at, because it means that they can generally beat you most of the time. Jagdtiger is trying to move in. Object 140, bouncing nicely. Jagdtiger one-shot. And there we go, that's him. Then you have the convoy there. Jagdtiger is dead, so now we just have to deal with the convoy. He's already blocked 2.2k damage. And he's still alive. HE to the bum. And there you go, 6.3k damage in like 2.5 minutes. And we're paid to win, kids, according to the lovely, lovely No Potty is Perfect, who can't spell. Look at this, 1643 basic speed. That's just insane. So yeah, that was just a really funny game, in my opinion. And I find it quite funny that he just, like, yeah, carried this hard. So that is the first game that I have to show you. We still have about 21 minutes left, so that means at least 3 more replays. So I'm going to find you some. And I'm going to find you some by R2K. Let's see. Let's start with this one. I have to save them all the replays. Oh no, no, it actually works now. Wow, nice. There we go. We have massive tuning with Spacey. Spacey, I actually don't know. Dutch way would be Spacey. Centurion 7-1 is actually one of the tanks that I've not really been a fan of. I'm not entirely sure why, it just hasn't really fit me. I don't know. I did not know that. It makes sense though, because you also have to use top guns and all of that. That's annoying. There are a few tanks where I feel that the not top guns are better than the actual top guns. And I would love to be able to use that. So let's see how this goes. Foch, also a tank that is totally not overpowered right now. Because why would it be? It only has an autoloader all of a sudden. Ooh, nice little hash to the side. Cheeky little tank this. How did that even pan? Oh my god! That is so not cool. But well played, well played. Look at all the hash. All the possible hash. It's so nice. I'm not entirely certain why he drives down now though. Nice little bounce, and he's hashing away. I might have to give this tank another chance. With this amount of hash. There's something going for it. I've never been really good at hash until I started... Actually, what's the tank that I decided... I can't remember. But there's a tank that I've been hashing in a lot. I think, no, it's actually the new... the British line. I've been hashing a lot in that. Because that's what you do in TDs. And it's just absolutely lovely. Look at... Ooh, that's a low roll. But overall, he's doing quite nicely. He just has to be careful of the tank behind him. Which is a nice little Foch. Who's aiming for him. But not penning, which is nice. Can he take that shot though? He can if they do that. They were already 4k damage in. It doesn't feel like he's done anything absolutely special yet. But this is just lovely. I like games like this. Cheeky games. I can use naughty words now and again. I try to avoid it, but it happens. Also, by the way, there's a 5-minute delay on the stream. That is so that nobody can see the lineup of any other team. It's, aside from common sense, it's also the common rule for streaming tournaments. Come on, shoot that object. You know you want to. Nice. Now they're both one-shots. If they were to attack... Well, they're all one-shots, really. If they were to attack together, it would work out really well for them. Now he just has to pull back. And bounce a little. That helps as well. And there he goes. And now it's just a 704, which if he HEs, could finish him off. So let's see. It is a Kolobanov thing. Points-wise, he can take the time. He doesn't need to take any risks. But where did 704 go? That is, of course, the question. Oh, there he is. Yeah, nice. 5,500 damage round. Nice round number. 4 kills. High caliber. Kolobanov. And a little patrol duty. 1.2k spawning damage. I like things like that. Cheeky little games. I like cheeky games. So that's one of the ones that I had. Let's see if it does this. Oh, I wish that it would make it easier to do stuff. Actually, no, let's just say. But for some reason, with some replays, it doesn't want to open it straight away. But I'll open it the hard way then. And this is a game by Zerd in the STB, which is still one of my favorite tier 10 tanks. And one of my favorite tanks in total, I think. It's a lovely tank. I love the gun depression. I love how many positions it can work so well with. And now they've upgraded it. It's been buffed. And that's gonna make it even better. And this is like, because it can work so many positions, it's pretty versatile. Even though it doesn't have that much armor, the reload isn't that amazing and all of that. It's just such a lovely tank. The gun depression, the view range, all of that, it does it. Nice little bit of spalling damage there, by the way. This is... Aww, poor guy. Now he's found the rest of the enemy team. Nice little miss by the 183 there. And he's working that ridge, showing only his strong points. And this tank, like I said, it is so amazing. I love it. I love, love, love it. T-54 wanted to be cheeky. He is likely going to do some damage there, but that's okay. So there's plenty of HP left. Or, of course, he could shoot the ground, and that works too. And there we go. Second tank out of the way. Foch in a very nice position for the campers on Zerd's side. And there we go. Third tank out of the way. They're not really working together, are they? Ooh, bounce on the 183. Now he's been spotted again. Bounces the Death Star. But no, this tank isn't very strong either. No, to be fair, it's situationally strong. I love it. I love the way that it works. But it's definitely not OP. It's an STB. It's not a T22. Nice few bounces there, though. Moron loser. Because why ever would you be polite to people? I don't understand why people cuss at people all the time. And for all their complaining... you have a gun that can do 1k shots, 1k damage shots, and you do this. I like that. Nice little ace there. Lovely little spotting damage game. Look at this, 3.5k spotting damage. Well, assisted damage, I should say. 5k damage himself. Missed 2 shots, bounced 2 shots. Had some nice bounces himself. These are the games I love, and these are the reasons that I love the STB. This was like a showcase match of how to drive this tank. I love it. So, let's see what else I have for you. Oh, I have some more STB games apparently. Spacey has been spamming some replays. Nice map. Works very well for this tank. But oh my god, you're not an adamant. I'm adamantly against that. So we are really just waiting for the room invite to pop up in like... it pops up at 27, I believe. That's also why you have the 5-minute delay. Because the max time you have before a match begins is 5 minutes. So that's the max time of the delay. Missed that one, but did get a nice spot. And some nice spotting damage. Love it when that happens. And now he's like, do I want to be here? And they don't know. But the thing is that he didn't spot anyone else. So where's the rest of them? Someone is not happy. I don't understand why. Because he's like, oh my god, you're taking my camping spot. You shouldn't be camping either, you know? I don't think there's any excuse to camp, really. At all. Regardless of what tank you drive. I'm really not a fan of camping. That's why I do comment on campers sometimes and I ask them how are the marshmallows and stuff like that. Oof, that bounced though. And he's still alive. Still alive. No, he's not. And nice little damage there. That's also something that I've noticed. A lot of people, when they get shot, they pull back. But you've just been shot. You know that the tank that you're facing isn't actually able to shoot you again that quickly. So why would you just not use that to your advantage? I think he means to say go around. No need for that though. He does need to take a little bit more time to actually shoot. Because there's a few shots now where he would have definitely done damage if he had taken that tiny bit longer to aim and stand still himself. They have a base. And they have a tank advantage. See, again, this is just aim that little bit, tiny bit more. It can make all the difference. There goes Interceptor. Now it's 2 versus 3. You kind of have to try and... Wow. He's friendly. Ooh, that is painful. But it is a TD. Yeah, you can't really do that. He just has to be very careful. This is like between a rock and a hard place, really. Nice little bounce, though. And with the Jaeger moving in, the grill's a lot faster. But it does mean you can shoot him a bit more. Oh, that was a nice high roll. That's the way you want it. Use the rubble. You have to use... This is not the kind of guns that you want aimed at you. That's one. That's one out of the way. Even better. 4.7k damage. Jaeger is... Nice little tracking shot. Cheeky cheeky. I like it. Woo! AMX is still alive, actually. I like this STB. I like the way you drive it. Use the corpse. May the corpse be with you. You could be so dead right now. There you go. Nice. But time is ticking. He could go to base A and cap it. Or he could go for the damage. And see if he can survive. Nice little barely aimed shot. There we go. Well done. Nice ace. This is a lovely game. And I have very high base XP. Spawning damage, some supremacy points through kills. And this was lovely. Okay, so let's have a look, see. Do we know an opponent yet? Wait, I'm in the wrong one. Right, no, I need this one. Chart. We are going to group 3. And we are up against Tercios Españoles. They don't have all players, but this is the thing. Because of this whole new rule, people actually don't have to do that. Because they can register a team every day with different players. And the tickets that you get are player-based, really. So technically speaking, you get it, but it can be used in the clan. I'm not entirely certain how it works. It still baffles me as well. But yeah, you get tickets and you can use the tickets on Thursday or Saturday. But basically anyone in the clan can use them. So in 11 minutes we'll actually be starting the game, which means that in a few minutes the room will be up, which means that I'm just going to be looking at stuff actually, because I don't want to risk missing the invite with everything being as derpy as it is. Let's see how Endgame has been doing. Oh, they also have to play in 11 minutes, so we don't know. I would like to see a chart, but the APA one I'm going to see how Gneiss is doing. Gneiss won. Well done. Loka also has to play in a little bit. Oh, that's actually okay. These are the guys that basically skip a game. And it's actually, these are the guys that have dropped out, I think, then. I would love to see it in chart form in the game. So yeah. Souls through. Nice. Yeah, I understand that whole thing is a joke, but please do not cause with diseases. That's just no. Big no. Let's see, who else do we have? Kraken, of course, is there. Imor? Did Imor get knocked out here? No. But basically, let's actually do that. I'll go to the news, and we'll have a look at the. Not this. Not the Ascent Tournaments. This is the one that we were looking for. Basically, tonight you get credits, you get some free XP, you get a few cups, and you get a ticket. If you're in the first 4 places. You get cups regardless of where you're at, basically. And eventually it will be everyone that has the top 8 of the amount of cups that people have that decides who goes to the professionals tournament. So if you do really well here, you get first place. And you do less well on Thursday, then you can still go through, basically. It will be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of this system. I think it's very chaotic. But yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing. That's basically what we're going to be watching. In the meantime, we have this in the store. I personally haven't gotten it because I didn't like it. Ooh, we have these in the store. This is a little cheeky thing that I really like. The AMX. It is a little bit steeply priced, but it is fun. It's great fun. It's like a little evil flea. It's not E25. That's the flea. Or cockroach? No, I think I'm gonna go with flea. STB is a little bit like a cockroach because of the whole antenna thing. I'm basically just chattering away at you, if in case you hadn't noticed. But yeah. The reason that I picked this tank to show you in my garage, aside from the amount of salt that it gives, is the fact that this is one of the tanks that we will be seeing an absolute gluttony of in the Twister season, I believe. Especially now that it has been sold in crates that are way too expensive, and in my opinion the drop rate is still very low. There are people that have spent hundreds, if not thousands of euros and did not get it still. And there are people that got it in the first crate and got really lucky. But it is an OP thing. Or at least, no. It's not OP, but it's very strong. And it's very troll. And in my opinion, when it comes to tournaments, the thing is OP because then it's driven by really good players. Players that know how to abuse the tank's trollness, how to abuse a certain position that they're in. And it will make it very difficult to deal with these people. So yeah, I think we'll be seeing a lot of this, and we will be seeing a lot of Foshes, and we'll be seeing a lot of 215Bs together with those OP consumables. Maybe some mice, and maybe some bad chats, and I'm probably missing something. But yeah, I think we'll be seeing a lot of T22s, 215Bs and Foshes. I dislike the flag thing, by the way, but I do like this little badge up front. I did not get this on my main account, the attachment that is. And it kind of misses it, but at the same time the attachments are so expensive. I don't want to spend that kind of gold on something that has literally nothing to the tank stats-wise. So I'm kind of like against attachments. The only thing that would probably like make me want to get it is the FV, because that has a tea making facility thingy on top, and it's just so funny, and I like that. So we are just admiring this OP thing. This is my other big love, by the way. I absolutely adore this tank. This is the E5 as it should be, before they ruined it. And yes, they ruined it by removing the cupola, because the cupola, even though it's supposedly a weakness, is also one of the most troll pieces of armor that you have. So if you know how to troll with it, that makes it great fun to drive. So this is one of my great loves. I'm very happy to have both of these machines on my main account now, even though this is my press account. So yeah, we are waiting for the room invite that should be up momentarily. Like I said, there we go. And we are going into Desert Sands. Desert Sands, actually no, I can give you that map briefly. It looks like it would help if I move this a little bit up so that you can actually see it. Which is, ooh, it's not doing that, never mind. I'll fix that for the next stream. I actually forgot that I changed the locations of my images, and that means that it's not really... OBS can't find it anymore. But yeah, it has the railroad in the middle, little bit of desert on one side, little bit of city on the other side. It's all very sandy. If you shoot the right building, you get a giant sandworm, and I absolutely love that thing because I'm a nerd, and it comes from Dune, and Dune is one of my favorite book series. It was great fun. I like that map. I like that Easter egg. I like the Easter eggs generally that they have in the game. I like that they put some thought into that, and they have some nerdy things there, and the nerdy me is always happy when I see stuff like that. But yeah, we are going to be watching in 3 minutes and about 17 seconds RTK versus Testios Españoles, and we see a 215B. Both teams aren't quite sure what to drive yet. I think they will save the best tactics for last, as in not using them tonight yet, but maybe in the professionals tournament later. So now we just have to wait. RTK has completely ready up with 2 STBs, which will work so lovely in the desert. And we have 2 IS-7s, which are, you need them for troll armor. An IS-4, a 215B, probably with the speed boost, and a Foch. I have a feeling we will be seeing quite some desert action with this team. Because, in my opinion, the desert positioning is a lot stronger than the city. And with the 215B, with the speed boost, you can basically get it anywhere pretty much as fast as any medium. So that is basically the reason I'm also very much against the whole new consumables thing. Keep the mat games in the mat games, please, and don't bring it to the random battles, and especially not to the tournament battles. I mean, come on. It gives people I wouldn't say an unfair advantage, because if the enemy team uses the same tank, they have the same things. But the thing is that in the hands of great players, these combinations, especially when you have a team that is working together, you can abuse those strengths so much more, and then you can just hold back and just, yeah. But we'll see. I'm curious to see what will happen this Twister Cup, mainly because I feel that we have a gluttony of certain tanks coming. I remember that in NA there's actually a team that had a normal tournament, and they were like, oh, let's just troll, and they took 7 T22s, and they absolutely smashed the enemy, given the enemy team wasn't as strong as they were. But all the same, it goes to show, if you pick 7 of the same tank and you can just smash someone. The enemy team had 2 Death Stars, and they bounced quite a bit on the T22s, so that's kind of saying something. In the meantime, we have less than 1 minute to go. Tercios Españoles isn't entirely certain what they're gonna be driving yet. But we see 3 IS-7s, a 113, a Foch, a T-57 Heavy, and probably a Batchat. And with this lineup, I would kind of expect them to stay in the city, actually. But we'll see. The thing is that with tournaments, I can always, I would go to that side of the map with this lineup. But at the same time, if you have a good team, you can basically go anywhere you want. There we go. Readied up. No, not readied up yet. Yes, ready up. So we will see what happens. And we will see what happens soon. Oh, that's actually funny. Someone called it the 215 Bay. And that's actually very, very fitting. On RTK's side, Gasio has some teeth problems. Species just turned 5 and the rest is all pro. I love this camo. It looks fancy. And look, there's my T22. And I just exploded. So let's go up and away. We have RTK focusing on the desert side, and as I kind of predicted, it is Tercios Españoles that is focusing on the city side. And I wonder if they're cheekily gonna try and cap base B. And that's exactly what they do with a lot of vehicles, which means that they might get away with it too, because decapping 4 vehicles will be difficult. And they managed to do it. They managed to get some damage into Zerd as well. They have 2 bases now. All they need to do is play defensively, and that was very cheekily done. Well done. Base A now capped. And it will all be about Tercios Españoles not overextending. We have the Batchat that is spotting people in the desert. Gasio and Weise both turning, most of RTK actually turning around. We have the STBs going to the other side. People now being spotted. They need to focus right, they need to make their shots count. Zerd on the other side, the Batchat at the back. Ooh, why is it taking quite a bit of damage there? But there goes Ace Warrior, and there goes Ace Warrior. Batchat taking some damage. Wise has to be careful not to overextend here, not with the T-57 Heavy that is coming his way. 215B taking quite some damage. Ooh, the 1 Mo is being steadily deleted. But there goes a flying turret. And Tercios has lost 2 tanks already. If RTK plays this a little bit carefully, they should be able to have this, but they have to be careful. Zerd almost gone. Ooh, Zerd is gonna be gone. Ooh, no he isn't. What happened there? And now the Batchat won't be able to reload in time before Zerd gets him. That was a very bad HE shot. You don't want to do that. Don't ooh, that was very tricky. Spacey coming in to the rescue. Zerd almost gone. Oh, and now Tercios has lost 4 tanks, 5 tanks, 6 tanks. And RTK miraculously still alive. I'm not sure how that happened. I think it's mainly because, aside from the STBs, they all went for the same target. And there he goes. Very well played. I think that if Tercios had played it more defensively and hadn't allowed themselves to be in a line of fire from both sides of the train tracks, as in north and south sides, it could have gone quite differently. But what a game. But I love that cheeky cap of Tercios Españoles in the beginning. That is so nicely. Tercios almost completely readied up. RTK changing some tanks around. Tercios now ready with 2 IS-7s, a Batchat, a 113, an IS-4 and a Foch. And... or maybe not, they might be changing stuff. But they still have a minute left to go, so no real rush there. And on the other side we have a Wines that has not completely readied up yet. And I like that I wouldn't say nervous, but sort of like that rush feeling that you get when you're on the top of a roller coaster just before you go down. It's kind of like that feeling, like it's officially begun now. We are officially entered the Twister stage again. And I love that. Zut now Spectator, Brokian, and RTK is ready with a 268, 2 113s, an IS-4s, a 215B, a Batchat, and STP. Will be fun to see what they do with this. Again, I think this is more a desert lineup than anything else. And I think they picked the 113s for the instead of the IS-7s. Mainly because of the DPM that they can deliver. And here we go. I like the tension, the nail biters. I hope we get a lot of nail biters this season. But I like that it's actually begun. I like that I get to stream RTK again. It's sort of like tradition. It wouldn't be the same without them. And there goes my tank. I know that to a lot of players I'm quite biased towards RTK, but it's not really... If I am that, I'm biased towards any team that I stream basically, because I talk more from their perspective than from the other teams. So if why is it there? We have Tercios Españoles going to the desert this time. And pretty much everyone has been spotted. H Ghost Warrior just took a big hit there. And we have RTK not necessarily playing defensively. The Foch there, they expect him to be there even though he has not been spotted. Discord isn't working, that does not help. They know that he has to be there somewhere. Now he has been spotted. And he immediately pays for it, even if it's not that much. Wonderkind taking a little bit of damage there. And Tercios is pushing in, but they're not really... Oh, now they're pushing in together and they're focus firing. They are pulling back together. RTK moving in. There goes an IS-7. All of a sudden, the 113 Gassio now in trouble. He does not really have a choice but to push though. And now we enter a ball stage. There goes Gassio. There goes Ace Ghost. And the STB is trying to circle an IS-7, which is not really working out. There goes the IS-7, there goes Wunderkind as well. It's 5 versus 3. But one of them is a very juicy Batchat. The Foch is almost gone. There goes the Foch and the Batchat. And now it's just Jopnol that is left versus 5 hungry tanks. And Brokey just casually peeks over the hill and finishes it off. Again, nice play. I think this would have been different if Tercios Españoles had pushed together, but their fast tanks were there so much earlier than the heavies. It was not a concrete push, basically. They were not pushing together. So that is that. Let's see. Ooh, I keep going to the training rooms. This is basically where tournaments, I believe, were previously located. So let's see what we know now and where we go after this and when we get there. So we don't know against who yet, but we have 20 minutes before we go to This Is Pro and perhaps Winter Marinovka. And let's see what else has happened in the other groups. I wish you could just like scroll fast, but it doesn't really work like that on PC. Let's look at Endgame. They are still playing. It has not yet finished. And this is the other Tercios Españoles team. Ooh, they got knocked out. Let's see how Souls is doing. Souls got knocked out for today as well. I'm not actually sure how this works, if you get a double elimination kind of thing or not. Or if it's just, you lose, you're lost. Let's see what Raid is doing. And they are still playing. No, actually, they won from Oops. Let's see. I want to see what First is doing. First is still fighting. Ow! Sorry. I'll look at Carnage. And they beat Sweat. Sweat, is that Swedish or just something else? Let's have a look. Clan Sweden is definitely Swedish. So, let's find some more replays. I have another one by Spacey. I believe it's another SCB one. And let's have a look what he does. STB on Himmelsdorf. This is not my favorite map, and this is not my favorite tank for this map, if I have to be on this map. If I can avoid being on this map, I definitely prefer it. And this is actually one funny thing that I've noticed with me and tournaments and all of that. I love doing the streams, and I can call out where things went wrong or went right, depending on what angle you're looking at. But at the same time, I'm not good in the tactics. I don't remember people's tactics from teams and all of that. I know Brian does. He's epic at it. But for me, I mainly just focus on what's happening, what needs to happen in that match in order to get a certain outcome. The one who just tuned in said, "Spoiler alert, tank battle incoming." No shit. Also, for those that know how it is ended, please avoid giving spoilers regarding outcomes and all of that. Don't be mean like that. Hello. Nice little... This is a very good advice, very good tip. If you are in a medium tank and you are... you meet an enemy, if you pull back at an angle, sort of turn while you're pulling back. And that has actually great effect, as you could just see. Because it works really, really well. Yak Tiger is a juicy little bite. Nice little damage. Now he has to be careful though, because there's a lot of hungry tanks there, and he is juicy. He's a medium. And he's a medium with not that much armor. So he's doing the wise thing and pulling back. This ooh, that was ouch. Could have been a lot worse though. A BL-10 gun to the butt is not really something I can advise anyone. This is nice of the Jäger. A little bit of free damage. What is this Jäger doing? I think nobody knows what the Jäger is doing. Free damage. Nice high roll. We are 3k damage in. That guy's not gonna survive, but all the same, the Jäger basically YOLO'd himself to death there. This is also something that I can advise you. If you are dealing with an enemy that will be difficult to pen for you, by all means use Premo. Don't be afraid to use Premo. If you lose a lot of credits, that's better than losing the game. At least that's my opinion. Ooh, 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 that was a big hit. That does not make for a happy STB. And there we go. Now there's just the E100 left. We are 5k damage in. And we've lost a lot of health. Waffle is a one-shot, but he did cap the base. Which can definitely work in their favor. And there goes. If you place this wisely, depending on where the E100 decides to. That was, well, I wouldn't say it's an expensive miss, but it's a tricky one. Basically, the E100 can sneeze on this guy, and he will be dead. Run away! At the same time, you know that he wants that E100. He wants to eat him. Nice little damage there. Now he just has to be careful that he's hidden between the buildings before the E100 peeks out and doesn't drive into anything. At the same time, we have to continue playing the cap all the bases game as well. And he's a little bit behind on that, so he has to be careful. The question is, where will the E100 peek out? I think he will go through the middle. Because he's slow and heavy, and that shot missed. This E100 though is not really the brightest bulb of the bunch, is he? I have a feeling it's a sniper mode guy as well, with the way that he's like always looking at where he's turning rather than what he's supposed to be doing. And again, he will be late with capping, so he has to be very, very careful. This is a very close cat and mouse game, really. They're not really happy with their mate. So sad. Yeah, you've won now. Well done. Nice cat and mouse game. I approve. Very cheeky game. I like cheeky games. I like the word cheeky as well. It sounds good, nice. So let's see, how long do we have left? I also don't understand why this tournament is listed at the top. But maybe that's just me. We are up against Shot. Oh, Shot. Shot has no reserves. That's tricky, but if you all know that they're gonna be there, that's fine. Tricky part is if you have no no reserves in case of internet trouble and all of that. I kind of estimate that we will have an R2K first finals to date. But yeah, I should be able to have like one more I actually have 2 more spacey games, but I think that I might have shown you enough of him. So let's have a look, see what else I have. Let's see. A nice little quick game. Let's do this one then. Stupid replay thingy. Thing is, I got asked earlier today what my favorite tanks in the nations were, and I actually realized that this is basically my favorite German tank. Schmartum is such a lovely tank. This definitely misses the right camouflage because, of course, it's supposed to be a TIE fighter, but it's a fun tank. It's mobile and it's a little bit troll and it has the DPM, or at least it has to reload, and it just works. His team is sort of listening but also sort of not. Leo running away. No one appears to be here. This is not really the position you want to be in. That's also what you... Oh, poor guy. He's not really in a good position now. He has a teammate. But you're also showing so many weak spots and so many juicy parts to your enemy. You don't want to do that. That's a tricky bounce, to be honest. Nice little tracking shot. Some very wide clip shots by Leo there. And then the Hellcat is next. And basically Mutsu has been very, very lucky more than anything else. More to the right. Oh, not even. He's just staying there. And that's the end of... You know someone is there as well. He's playing very... I wouldn't necessarily say forwards, but he's really not careful when he's driving forwards, because you can go forwards without showing too many of your juicy parts. And he's like, just go. Chiri with barely any health left. KV2 with probably not the gun depression to make this work. Mutsu not taking the time to actually shoot. T34 over there. But the KV2 is by far the more important enemy. And again, no aiming, so he shoot the rocks instead. Chinu is gonna die now. Yes, shoot again. There you go. 2k damage in. No, you can't shoot either. Now you can. You have to move. You have to make a move. And then this is definitely the enemy to take out first. And you know where the AFK is. Yeah, exactly. No, you're going the wrong way. You're going the long way around, though, hun. Oh, he's actually not even AFK. He's just very, very clueless. Oh, poor guy. Activate your adrenaline then. There you go. I think he got that actually. Because the other one should have been able to shoot far, well before this. Nice ace, nearly 3k damage, 4 kills, high caliber. High basic speed 46. Nicely done. We do not have a... No, we do not have a room invite yet. Just checking to make sure. But it should be up in 2 minutes thereabouts. So I will just wait. And we will see what happens. The way that this was described actually sounded more like a quick tournament than anything else. That wouldn't really make sense, but it did sound like it. I do like the look of this tank, and I do like the camo. It's actually like dark and fancy. It's like a bad boy that has a bad rap at school, and you know all the girls will dig it. So, ooh, what's this offer that I've been gotten again? Ooh, I'd like that. Give me that on my main account, please. Thanks. Haven't gotten it there. Would be useless to get here. I like, by the way, the subtle twister cup touches, like the red line and the blue line. I love the spinning twister cup there. Just like that. You have the flags, of course, but they have been there for a lot. You have the blue line on each side. You have the twister wallpaper. I think that's it for twister references in the garage. But especially like the whirling cup. It's actually on my bucket list still to eventually go to the USA and go tornado hunting. I want to see a real life twister. Basically all my bucket list is natural phenomenons, actually. And I like it. I like the forces of nature. I like the strength of nature. I like that it's unpredictable, that regardless of how well we prepare, nature's like, yeah, no. And I do believe in balance, and I believe that... Ooh, there's the room. I believe that there's currently such a big disbalance in the world that eventually there will be something that evens it out again, and I don't think we will like that. But for now, let's focus on the game and not very heavy philosophical doomsday thoughts. And we will be going to Dynasty's Pearl soon. This map is the Panda map. And again, I will show you that later on. Next time actually that we get it, because I will need to fix all my maps in OBS. But if you look at the map, you have the tiny little mini map there. You have like the 2 ears, then you have the face, you have the 2 hands, you have 2 paws and a big round belly. So this is, if you look at the map from above, it is a panda, and I call it a panda map. And that's one of the little things I really like. So shot is steadily coming in as well. RTK is all there. I don't think Yakovlev will be driving this soon. And we see the first T22 medium arrive. No party without the T22. The T22 Wister Cup. And generally on this map we see E100s, we see mice, we see Jaegers. This is a relative light lineup for this map. So that makes me wonder what they're going to do with it. Because you see on the other side, you have the E3, you have the mouse. And the rest is sort of like there. But the E3 and the mouse are so fitting for this map. And they may have decided to go something else altogether. You have 215p, of course, which is an epic skyscraper, which works really well as well. And now R2K has completely read it with an IS4, two 113s, a 215B, an E100, a T22 medium, and a 140 versus 3 IS4s, a mouse, a batchet, an E5, and an E3. E5 is one of those tanks that it can work really well on this map, but it very much depends on your position. Also very much depends on where you will be called out, basically. It is a tricky thing. And it is a lot stronger since they removed the cupola, but that's also made it quite boring to play. And it's a lot less troll because people won't be aiming for your cupola again that you can use to bounce them. They will be aiming at other parts of you. So yeah, it will be, well, I wouldn't say buffed, but it will be getting the OP consumables in the next update. So that will be interesting to see how it then goes. Yes, by all means, Storm. That's so not the thing to do, really. Though Raid always does the funny thing, the going up and down with the unready and the readying up. That always looks funny. And I think that of this group, this means that they're all definitely getting a ticket for either Thursday or Saturday. And I'll be doing this tomorrow again, and Thursday for the ticket tournament, and Saturday for the other ticket tournament. But for now, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. The beverage for tonight is crystal clear, cactus lime. And in less than a minute, we are going, and we're going to see what will happen. Just checking to make sure that OBS is stable. I have read it up. We are ready to go. You don't forget that there's a 5-minute delay, hon. So anything I say or see, you will see in 5 minutes. Because delay. We have 12 seconds left to go. Everyone is ready. It is the dawn of the T22. And here we go. I also like the music of this map, but this is so... It's the panda map, look at that. Base A is the head, base B is sort of like the chest, base C is like full belly. I love that camouflage on the 113. It's so sexy, it actually makes me want to tank. The bronze warrior, it looks so fancy. Sort of like the 121B, that's also so sexy. Let's see what they do. We go up in the way. We have the T22, the 140 and the E100 focusing on the city side, whereas the 113s, the 215B and the IS4 are heading towards the panda belly. And nobody without me is like, yeah, nope. First shots have been fired. No damage has been done. No bases have been capped. And I wonder if we're gonna see a cheeky cap at base B. They know that almost everyone is there at base A. So now Zerd is going into base B. He might just like very much regret that. Especially since the mouse has not been spotted. And he has now been spotted. The E5 and the IS4 are coming back. Is he gonna get away? He is getting away with it. Oh my god. And Zerd is like, yeah, let's pull back now. Zerd has lost a tiny bit of HP. IS4 somewhat more. But Zerd is like... casually waiting. They have the bases. They can wait for a shot to make the mistake. And oof, Yakovlev just took a lot of damage that he didn't really need to. Why is he holding at the back? No party without me as well. It's sort of like everything is in lockdown except for Yakovlev, who keeps peeking out too far. He needs to pull back. He's lost too much health for this. E3 holding the rear. Making a move on his own. It's not really something that you'd want. Shots going back and forth a little bit. But R2K has two bases. They can afford to wait. They just need to cluster together better and hold carefully. We have the bat shadows going around the back. He has not been spotted, but there is a 113 there waiting for him. And he lost quite some health himself as well. Oh, and that shot did not pen. But we are 800 points in for R2K, and that means that shot has to make a move. And R2K just needs to wait. Their points are going up steadily. Spacey now losing quite a bit of HP. He has to be careful. The mouse losing HP. Shot is moving in together. They are trying to... Ooh, Casio being tracked does not help. Ooh, look at that focus fire. And they are attempting to do it again. But they are being shot from all sides now. It is not an easy cap for them. And R2K is killing tanks. They are at 960 points. There goes another one. They are at 1k points. The first match is for R2K. But what a game. Shot should have pushed way earlier. They really should have. But nicely, patiently played by R2K. Just let them come. And you saw at some point Yakovlev was sort of like, we would call it whistled back. Basically, just come back. Let them come. Don't make any sort of movements. No. Don't take any chances. You don't have to. And we see shot now completely ready up with two IS4s, a Yege, a mouse, a Batchat, an E5 and an E3. So they take some more firepower here. Will be fun to see what they do with it now. If they hadn't let Zert cap that base, though, it could have gone quite differently. And we have R2K ready up. Ooh, double Foch. That's gonna be fun. We have two IS4s, a 215B, an E100, the two Foch, and a Batchat. I think the Batchat will be spotting, the rest will be holding and shooting. And I'm eager to see what happens with this lineup. Double Foch with the autoloader, that tank is so strong. But you have to be careful that when you're out of shots, you need more time to basically reload. It makes sense, like duh, but you know what I mean. And with two of them, wow. Ooh, 50 seconds left. I wouldn't I wouldn't joke around with that. 10 seconds. Everyone is ready. We are rearing to go. And here we go. Foch. Foch Destroyer sounds about right. Seriously, look at that camo with the 113 though. It's so pretty. It's gonna explode, just like my T22. That is... not sure where it is. Oh, there it is. There we go. And we have the Batchat going to spot base A, where the rest is going base C. And we see that shot is being very cheeky. They're pushing in fast and early. The Foches are going to the middle. The Batchat is capping. The Batchat is not going to be able to cap that. That Batchat is going to meet two 2 Foshes. And he's pushing into Zerd. And now the Fosh is coming base B. Ooh, this... It's a trap! It's a trap! Mo has to be careful. Wunderkind has to be careful. Yakovlev has to be very careful where he is right now. Versus that Yege. RTK lost a lot of HP doing this. Ooh, and there goes Zerd. First tank out. Second tank. 1 Mo. Wow, and there goes the Batchat, finally. Wunderkind, almost gone. Has 1 shot left. The mouse is pushing in. Wunderkind, almost gone. The Batchat arriving. But it's not going to be in time for Wunderkind. There he goes. And it's 4 versus 5. And the E5 is moving in. The E100 is being focus fired. Shot definitely learned from their mistake last match. Yakovlev still alive. Batchat using the mouse for cover. E3 moving in. Wanting to kill off that E100. It is 3 versus 4 in RTK's favor. It's 3 versus 3 now. Well, no, okay, now it's 3 versus 3. And they have to play carefully. They have to focus right. They have to pull back together. E100 in the rear is not a place where you want it. Batchat is in massive trouble now. No party without me, losing a lot of HP. IS4 does not have really much HP left either. There goes Serpent. They need to focus fire. They need to take out these tanks. It is 2v2. No party without me is gone. Batchat is now reloading. Batchat has to stay behind the E3. Well done. Oh, but this will be very tricky. Oh my god. No, don't waste shots like that. This is costing him way too much. Woo! Oh no. And there goes the Batchat. And the second game is 4 shot. What a comeback. Oh my god. They set a trap with the Batchat and RTK fell for it. It worked out really well for shot. So now we go to Winter Malinovka. Completely different map, completely different setup. But I like that we got a tiebreaker. What a game that was. But that worked out really well. Very nicely done by shot. So now we see more T22 mediums arriving. And we have shot that has readied up with 2 IS4s, a 113, a Foch, a Leo, potentially another Foch and an E3. That is a lot of firepower, but might not make you mobile enough. And we have RTK readied up in an IS4, 2 T22 mediums, a 215B, a Batchat, an IS7 and an STB. And on the other side, we are still not sure what Serpent is going to be driving. And there we go, an IS4. So we have 3 IS4s. A 113, the Force, the Leo and the E3. Versus IS4, 2 T22 mediums, 215B, Batchat, IS7 and STB. I want to know what they do with this. Tiebreakers are always tricky things. The pressure is on. So let's see what happens in this one. And here we go. Ooh, the Bronze Warrior. That camo though. And let's see what happens in the tiebreaker. Who is going to go through to the finals today? Up, up, and away. We have the Leo heading towards base A. We have the Batchat heading towards the other direction. We have shot that is sort of like spread out. STB has been spotted. T-22s have been spotted. And that means that now base B is being taken. And this could be tricky actually. Because they could potentially grab 2 bases here. Why is it all the way there? Now base A is being kept. But shot will have a point advantage. Because they already have a base. Batchat has been spotted. The T-22s are moving in. Zert spotting in the middle. But shot has 2 bases now, and it will be up to R2K to make a move, and they need to make a move together. Coordinated, fast and deadly. Batchat is at the back waiting. But shot is not really in any position to get shot at, basically. Mo has been spotted. Taking some damage there. Shot has not taken any damage just yet. He has to be careful in that position, especially with the Leo that has now been spotted. But he does get a nice shot into the one Mo there. One Mo in a very tricky position. Leo taking some damage there. And the Mets are moving in. Weiser taking his old position back. Zert losing a ton of HP. Ooh, Yakovlev's losing some HP as well. Careful there. Ooh, nice tracking shot. That cost him a lot of HP, but the IS-4 is paying for it dearly. The Leo is now going to be torn apart. And there goes the Leo. Base B is being kept. Base C is being kept as well. R2K is grabbing this match back. But they have to be careful. The one Mo is in no health to do anything. IS-4 steadily being destroyed. Can't really do much. There he goes, but there also goes the one Mo. Zert just took a massive hit as well. They just need to survive. And there goes Michelangelo. And there goes one of the T-22s. No party without me left the party. But now the STB and Yakovlev are both taking care of that IS-4. We have another IS-4 here that's all alone. And we have the gorgeous 113 that just died. So did the IS-4. And we have the E3 that is fighting together with Zert. But the battle is already finished because of the points. And it goes to R2K. Very great beginning by shot, but they didn't hold. They were too spread out, too lonely targets basically. And that was the end of that match. So let's see what we now have. And that means that the finals, I believe, are Loga versus EG. Which would mean that, yes, they're up for 3rd place. And that means that Appa, EG, Nice and Loka can come back on Thursday. Along with EQ and Navin, BHBP and Raid, of course. R2K first, FBI and Shot are all through. Well, they all get a ticket. Kraken S, Karna, of course, Win and Hapki. Those are also through to Thursday or Saturday, depending on when they want to play. And I have a sneaking suspicion. Ooh, FBI. What happened to first? Okay. Not surprised at all. There's no other first team, is there? Oh, this is their main team. That's surprising, but very nicely done by FBI. I have heard great many things about them. Haven't actually seen them much, but I have heard great things about them. So we have RTK versus FBI in about 14 minutes, thereabouts. So that means I can play one replay for you guys before we go and watch that. Let's see what I want to show you. I actually got one earlier today. Let me find it. That's the only downside of doing this kind of stuff. I get so many replays, but at the same time, I need them with all these, I wouldn't say that moments, but with all these like empty spaces between matches and all of that, I'm gonna be needing a heck lot of replays. So if you have replays, join my server, post them in the Twisted Season Replays channel, but only if it's nice, and I will eventually get around to showing it. So I'm going to give you this one now. In the meantime, I'm repositioning myself. And here we go. E75 is a tank that I've loved it and I hate it. Because I love it because it's so strong. I think I have an ace on my channel and on the video, basically, but how to noob. Because I had a game that wasn't really particularly well, but I aced it. And for me, it was a pretty bad game. So I was surprised that I aced it. But it's a funny tank. I wouldn't call it OP in any way, but it's strong. And especially for its tier. If you're top tier, you can play this tank so differently than when you're bottom tier. It's so nice of the E50 just to like, let's peek out sideways and hope all goes well. Nice, patiently waited. Now you have to make room for your teammate, which is also not driving as you should. Nice little bounce there. Side scrape, block your teammates by all means. You just have to be careful of your cupola and to not show your cheeks as much. You need to take more time to aim. There are so many bounces that wouldn't have happened if you'd just taken that split second to stand still. He's not even shooting at you. But you kind of have to move. You have to do something. No, don't HE him. Nice, that's better. Nice little tracking shot there. This is also something that I'm still learning myself. I have the inkling to just instantly fix my stuff if it gets broken. But at the same time, if you don't have to, if you can wait for it to be fixed, you shouldn't rush fixing. Oof. Not patient enough. He's steadily losing his teammates. There you go. That's one. No patience. Ollie, you need to be patient. You want a phone at Tankfest. Be patient. Play patiently. There you go. That's better. You're losing your teammates a lot and fast. You only have one teammate left now. There you go. Nicely done. Biggest threat out of the game first. Well done. Nice bounce. Your teammate is still alive. Biggest threat first. Well done. Good decision making. Now we're in a Kolobanov situation. Well done, well done, well done, well done. This isn't an intense game at all. Full health VK. Woo! This is not really the situation you want to be in. But you already blocked nearly 3k damage. There you go. Nice bounce. Shoot the chicks. Nice, nice, nice. 5 kills, 4.7k damage in. 3k damage blocked. 3.6k damage blocked. Nice, good job. Especially now, don't hesitate to use the APCR, even if you do a little bit less damage. Making sure you pen is so much more important. And this guy is trying to angle against you, but doing it all the wrong ways. 5.4k damage in, 4k damage blocked. Ollie, you're rock, dude. There we go. Victory pose. Ace, Steel Wall, Kolobanov, High Caliber, Top Gun, and Pools. Very nicely done. Just making sure. No invite yet. And we just have to wait a few minutes, then we get the room invite and we can admire my pretty little thing a bit longer. I really do hope that all the competitive clans this season that are not happy with the new format, well, also the ones that are happy with the new format, to be fair, but that they will give plenty of feedback to Wargaming, constructive feedback that can be worked with. So we just have to wait a few minutes more. And then we will know the end result of tonight after 2 or 3 matches. I hope 3. I like tiebreakers, it adds to the tension. And come on, room invite. When are you coming? 36, so it should be in between 1 and 2 minutes then. I'm kind of curious how this season will go, mainly because the whole new system, the fact that players have to play so incredibly much in order to get anywhere in such a short time. I think one of the main reasons that I like the old system so much better is because it allows you to breathe, actually. It just gives you more breathing space. And this new system kind of takes that away. But on the plus side, last year I had to stream on my birthday. This year I don't. Well, I didn't have to. I choose to. And now I'm suddenly on FBI side. And we are going to Naval Frontier. This, again, is one of the maps that I really love. I see a question in the chat. Are you going to stream on an A server? Yes, I am, but not tonight, not tomorrow, not Thursday. Only on Saturdays. Because streaming on NA means streaming at 3 a.m. And that's not really something I can do often. Because I work and I'm sick. And like sort of permanently sick, so that doesn't help matters. But right now it's really unbalanced, so I have to take my rest, which means that I can only stream NA when I know that I can sleep very late on the day after. So in 4 minutes we get to go in. And we get to see what FBI does. I know that FBI, actually I'm going to look it up. It stands for French Baguette Invasion. I always see that. I see FBI, I know that it stands for French Baguette Invasion. And I always read Female Body Inspector. I can't help it. It's like engraved in my brain somewhere. It's not my fault. My mind is always in the gutter. But yeah, on RTK side, they have completely read it up with a Backchat, an IS-4, a 215B, another 215B, a T-22 medium, a Foch, an IS-7. And they will be up against a Backchat, a 268, two IS-4s, a 215B, a VK, and potentially a Vestar. Oh no. No, you can't spectate. Just also, there's like one spectator slot per team. I'm not taking anyone's spectating slot. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Ooh, it does. Ooh, 2 spectator slots. I remember that not long ago I got blamed for taking a spectator slot when there was only one allowed. But okay. I don't know, Mo. Two minutes, and then we get to see what happens. And everyone is ready up. We are rearing to go. We can just go, but the room says no. So we just have to wait patiently. And then we get to see the finals for today. And this is basically going to be the thing, like, in the next few days. Hopefully tomorrow there will be more teams because there's less tournaments. So that would be more fun. But then we get the... whatchamacallit? Thursday and Saturday will be more intense, I believe. Because the top 4 of each group, which in this case will be 16 people, will be duking it out together. So that's going to be interesting. And eventually it will be the team with the 8 teams with the most cups of this week and next week together that will go through. So not that much pressure when there's only this few clans actually participating. But still. I wonder what it's like in Russia if all the slots have been filled. I would be very surprised if they had, to be honest. So in half a minute we are good to go for Naval Frontier. Both teams are patiently waiting. And here we finally go. Okay, so I just decided that this map actually looks like an evil hamster. They have like evil eyes with eyebrows and everything. It's weird. But yeah, let's focus on, or at least let's try to focus on the battle at hand. And let's see what everyone is doing. There goes a tank explosion. I'm going to hitch right with the bat chat a little bit before I enter the free camera. And we go across. We have Zerd in the bat chat that is going to overlook base C. We have the rest of RTK focusing primarily on the middle and... Ooh, nice little spotty. Shot being fired. No damage being done. But, ooh, say what? Just lost quite a bit of health there. T-22 medium arriving, taking a base, or not yet. Base A being capped, base C being capped. Zerd having been spotted. I wonder if anyone's going to grab base B, considering there's no one there. But they don't know that yet of each other. Phoenix moving in. Zerd waiting, not expecting a bat chat in the ass. Zerd in trouble. Or not that much when they miss. He doesn't miss everything though. Force taking a nice hit into the IS-4 there. Zerd regrouping with his teammates. Brokey moving in. Kinda tricky to do that when there's lines of fire both sides into base B. But if he gets away with it, it's a very big advantage for R2K. Ooh, they got him, but he did pay with it with a lot of health. VK now moving in. Batchat moving in. Brokey is in trouble. Brokey is gonna die. Pretty sure. He might survive a little bit longer. There goes Spitty 4. They're definitely paying for it, but there goes Brokey. Batchat is almost gone. No party without me. Just took the tackle out. Spacey getting shot in the rear, going down. Say what a pleasure, just got murdered. It is 6 versus 4. RTK has 2 bases. Phoenix just took a big hit from the Foch there. And there goes the IS-4. Oh wow, that is not rising from the ashes anytime soon. Foch rushing in, playing as if he has a shot left. He doesn't, but it makes them pull back into the line of fire from his teammates. Very nicely done by Wunderkind. Massive hit. Borgur just got taken out and we are at 1k points and only Kerfuffle is left. But R2K has the game. So in a minute and a half we got to see the second match on Naval Frontier. This was a lovely, exciting match. They basically sacrificed Brokey to get done what needed to be done. Sort of like the trap that Shot placed in Dynasty Pearl. And we have R2K that is ready with a Batchat, an IS-4, 3 113s, an E100 and another Batchat. That is quite a lot of speed in DPM. Versus a team that has not quite completely readied up yet. And Kerfuffle is now using the Foch. I wonder if it has the auto. It kinda has to have the autoloader when you drive it at this stage in these tournaments. And we see that they have now ready up with a Batchat, 3 Ice Force, a Fosh, a 215B, and the VK again. Say what? Likes driving the VK apparently. I don't think the VK is that strong on this map, but maybe that's just me. It's not a particular tank that I would choose for this map, to be fair. At the same time, teams like this generally have put a lot of thought into their tactics and all of that. So there must be a reason why they go for this. I just don't understand what it is yet. Don't get me wrong, it's a very strong tank. But I think I would prefer like a mouse or a 215B in this case. Now this is Wargaming's doing. We have this Dutch saying, stoken in een goed huwelijk. Which basically means that you're trying to ruin a good marriage. Wargaming is ruining my bond with you guys by putting me on the other side. It's not my fault. But yeah, here we go. Let's see what happens. If it's any consolation, I just exploded. So we have FBI basically doing what RTK did last. No, actually, no. They're focusing much more on B and A. We have a Batchat that is going to sneaky cap base B very early. Nicely done. Hope they get away with it. He is being backed up by Brokey in the IS-4. Ooh, Batchat. He gets away with it. I did not expect that. I thought Capax Infinity would definitely decap that. But nope. And now RTK will have 2 bases. It will just be a case of getting that Batchat out of there safely somehow. Ooh, that shot missed. That is one lucky wiser. And we have FBI putting together. Surda's at the back. Capax Infinity is kind of alone. But his teammates are regrouping a little bit. We have the Batchat going back. He's going to be spotting people. Tacosaurs actually. Sour tacos doesn't sound like nice, but eh. And we have RTK holding together. Surd moving to the other side, having taken some damage. Say what? Taking some damage there. And RTK has the bases. They have the luxury of just waiting this out. Waiting for FBI to make a move. Brokey again in a precarious position. Batchat taking some damage there. Immediately responding by using the rock to block that line of fire. Brokey is basically the odd one out. He does have... No, that's not a bad exchange. A little bit of damage for a little bit more. No party without me now in trouble, but the E100 is there and that was a big hit. Say what? Taking more damage now. No party without me is in trouble. Potentially. But he has the one Mo behind him. Who is now angled. Say what? Losing more HP. Capax Infinity moving in. RTK moving in as well. Losing a lot of HP. Not sure why they took this risk. They really didn't have to. Wunderkind losing a lot of HP now. Take out that VK. They have not. They took base B. Ooh, there goes Wunderkind. Duffelker Fuffle is almost gone. Say what? Just disappeared. No party without me is gone. There goes Capax Infinity. Mo in trouble. Zert has to kind of run away. He's still alive somehow. But they should have this one more tank that's gone. And RTK will have this if they stay alive. And they should. There goes the one Mo. 90 points. 95. 1k. RTK has it. And they tag out Taco as well. Very cheeky gameplay. Tricky gameplay, but well done. I think FBI could have had this if they had pushed more consistently together, but they were so spread out and they pushed into two sides of RTK, hesitated because the one Mo in the Z100 was behind there, and that literally backfired. It cost them the game. So that is it for tonight, for RTK that is. Let's see what we have on the... We had EG versus Loka. EG won. Then we have Raid. I would expect Raid to win this. Because, well, Raid. And they won. Oops, that's a bit too far back. So you have Raid and EG. We have RTK that won. And the last one is still happening. So I will wait just a little bit longer. Because, fairly speaking, 12 minutes for 2 matches with 2 minutes in between could be done. So let's see, I just want to know. I like, by the way, that Win has the Winsk is next. This is like, for those that are missing out, a wordplay on Minsk. Minsk is where the offline Twister Cup finals is being held. So it's a nice wordplay. Carnage, I like the avatar that I have. I like the name. I have a feeling that they did not choose it because of Carnage, as in the symbiote. I'm just going to go back and see if we have a result yet, because we only need the one. And of course it's the last group, so I have to scroll all the way down. We don't have a result yet. I actually don't know if it's like how fast it updates. Now it says it updates every 5 minutes, but we've seen that it updates quite fast. But yeah, you have Venom. Venom is like the known symbiote thing. He is epic. I love the character. Do not look at the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies when you want to see Venom, because that's like a complete rape of the official and cool thing. He actually has, Venom has his own comic series and everything. It's wicked. The reason that he says, that's basically my main issue with the Tobey Maguire movies. Venom says I, and it doesn't fit, because the whole reason that Venom says we is because there's a constant conflict between the human in him and the symbiote in him. That's why he says we. That's also why Carnage says I, because he and his symbiote are very much in sync. Just a little nerd fact for you. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the symbiotes. Like I said, I'm a big nerd. And I'm very proud of it. No, I think that Gastio just like accidentally spoiled the ending of their match. Let's see, it's still going. I just have to chat a little bit more. But yeah, overall that is why I like it. I also absolutely love Tom Hardy as an actor. He actually plays Venom in the new Venom movie. That is just wicked awesome. I love that he does it. For those that don't know, because that's not a very well known fact, Tom Hardy actually also does the voice of Venom in that movie. And I absolutely love that. It's just so much fun. Come on. I wanna know, can you show me? I wanna know who won this battle. I'm a little bit excited. Like I said, it's just like, it's finally begun, and I like that. But we just have to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, if you haven't seen the Venom movie, you like slightly creepy alien kick-ass movies, definitely go watch it. Yeah, like I said, I love Tom Hardy. He's a great actor, and he actually plays Eddie Brock and Venom, so that's like really cool. Even though the the Eddie Brock in the movie is slightly less certain of himself than the Eddie Brock as he's supposed to be but it really works, and it's a really funny movie. It starts a bit slow, but once you get through the first half, it just picks up so much action, and I love it. Do we have a result? Drumroll. Nope, not yet. I'm just waiting. I could have played you another replay actually in the meantime, but I thought it would be over sooner. We are going to scroll here again and just check. I'm just gonna go checking again. So if like at 36 the first match begun, let's say it lost it. Its average is about 5 minutes, so that's 41 plus 2 minutes 43. Plus 5 minutes is 48, plus 2 minutes is 50, which means that if they have a third match now, that should be over in a few minutes. And then we just have to wait for it to sort of like load here. I wonder how many teams will try again tomorrow actually. That will be interesting to see, because we had 57 teams today of the desired 256. So that's like only 199 short. But tomorrow there will be no other tournaments, so we might see more teams register, which will also sort of throw off the matchmaking, because the matchmaking is strongest versus weakest. So that will be cool. Almost unknown. Still not known. I just hope they don't have draws or anything, because that would be taking like forever. Pretty tank. Have you ever looked at the whole training room list and just seen the amount of weird names that there are? It's kind of disturbing. It's really disturbing. We still don't have a result. Should be any minute now though, but it does mean that I had a tiebreaker by now. We can be fairly certain of that, because even if you have like 7 minutes, you have 36, then you have 43, 45, then you have 52. If they have 7 minutes. So they definitely have a tiebreaker. Which I suppose is fun. And I'm just waiting for that result, because then I can end the stream for you guys. Sorry. Then I can end the stream for you guys. And I'll be back here tomorrow to stream the next EU battle. And then I'll be back on Thursday. Ooh, 2-1 for Carnage. Well done by Carnage. But yeah, like I said, we will be seeing Carnage and Win and Kraken S and Hapkey and First and Shot and FBI and R2K and EQ, BHPP, Naven and Raid and Gnice, APA, Loka and EG back on Thursday or Saturday, depending on when they decide to play, but probably both, depending on how things go tomorrow, of course. But those are the groups that have gotten a ticket for Thursday or Saturday. And that is it for tonight. Interesting matches for sure. Lovely tactic by Shot with the trap. And then lovely cheeky gameplay on Naval Frontier by RTK. I loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening. Thank you all for watching. And have a good night. Bye bye.